Alright guys, so we're up at the homestead. We're about halfway through our Haunted Nights investigation. As you can tell, it's freezing here. It's like -3 or -5 degrees. It's ice cold. Steve's setting up for an Estes method right now down in the basement. If you guys want to see the full investigation we did, make sure you go over to Haunted Nights if you're not subscribed already. I'm going to link it down below. But I'm going to set you guys up on the second floor where Project Fear captured the shadow figure during their episode on the Travel Channel. So I'm going to set you guys up like a static camera. Hopefully you pick up some noises, hopefully pick up a shadow figure. That'd be cool. But while Steve is setting up down there, I'm going to bring you guys upstairs and we'll see what happens. Looks like the Blair Witch Project out here, dude. Absolutely freezing out. This is all snow. Here we go. Alright, so this is the second floor men's wing where they capture the shadow figure right in this area right here. So I'm going to bring you guys down the hallway a little bit. This is all ice. ASMR. Alright, so right there is the surgical room, past that archway to the right. So I'm going to turn around, hopefully catch something crazy. Alright, so we go downstairs, I'm going to film my Estes, and I'll grab you guys when we're done with that. So hopefully, we'll catch something crazy up here, maybe some noises, some of the knocks and the bangs we've heard so far, maybe some disembodied voices, shadow figure. I don't know, man, but catch you guys on the other side.
But before we get into the footage, I just want to run you through the history of the Saratoga County homestead. In the early 1900s, as tuberculosis ravaged the U.S., many counties in New York State began propping up tuberculosis hospitals and would eventually be required to have a tuberculosis hospital in every single county. In December of 1905, a gentleman by the name of Horace Carpentier would donate about $25,000 to improve the county poor farm in Ballston Spa, New York. In 1910, the Board of Supervisors for the future Saratoga County Homestead or Saratoga County Tuberculosis Hospital would meet and try to decide on where they wanted to put this new hospital. They ended up siding with Mr. Carpentier, who wanted to give away his land and use it as a health resort, and this would end up happening around 1910, 1911. This site was chosen much to the dismay of many people in Saratoga County because it was 8.5 miles from the closest trolley stop and 16 miles from downtown Saratoga Springs, a large city relatively in the area. Mr. Carpentier wasn't born into wealth, he didn't strike some random lottery ticket. He actually became a lawyer and then moved to California during the gold rush, which is where he amassed most of his fortune. Mr. Carpentier would spend a good portion of his fortune furnishing the roads up to the sanitarium. He left some funds for the infirmary in Ballston Spa, and then upon his death he would leave about $40,000 for the Homestead Sanitarium. Now the Homestead began as a pretty small hospital. It had about 17 staff in the beginning years because this location was not really well trafficked. Saratoga County was a much smaller county compared to others like Albany, just a little bit south in the capital region. December 5th, 1914, the Saratoga County Homestead or the Saratoga County Sanitarium would open its doors for the first time, accepting patients from all of Saratoga County. Now, since it was county run, whether you could pay for it or not, you would be treated at this site. If you could pay for it, you would cover your stay. If you couldn't, the county would fund it. The first hospitals on site were actually wooden cottages known as the pavilions. There's different buildings for men, women, and children, but they all conglomerated around a central admin building. Now, the state recommended that they build new buildings because they were in the forest. They're in Providence, New York, a pretty remote area, and all the buildings were constructed out of wood. In the summer of 1925, there was 53 adults and 22 children housed at the sanitarium. The children's building that we know today, and actually the oldest part of the building still standing, was built in 1928 and then opened the summer of 1929. The homestead tried to keep its patients as occupied as possible. Being up in the woods, there are many trails that surround the homestead that they tried to have the patients out on as much as possible without straining their lungs due to the nature of tuberculosis. There were snowshoeing clubs, they had a patient-run garden, they even had a projector in their movie theater where they also did plays and poetry readings. While the homestead did have a surgical room, they didn't have a doctor on staff to perform any major surgeries such as thoracoplasty. You were actually sent downstate to another hospital to have these done, but then you would go back to the homestead to recover after the surgery. During its heyday, the homestead was a massive, sprawling complex of about 150 acres, including a powerhouse, the superintendent's house just across the parking lot. The parking lot also stretched all the way around the building originally. There was a playground for the kids, a water tower. It was basically its own self-sufficient community. In 1960, as the cases of tuberculosis began to die down across the U.S. and the inoculation for tuberculosis was invented, there wasn't really a need for the hospital anymore, and it closed its doors. It went under some renovations for a short period of time and reopened in 1961 as the Saratoga County Infirmary and basically became an end of life and hospice type care building. Now, it made this location such a great tuberculosis hospital, being nestled up in the woods, away from large populations, made it a terrible nursing home. You were 30 minutes from the closest hospital, nobody would ever visit, and getting supplies up there is, even today, sometimes pretty difficult. It would serve as a nursing home for about 18 years, closing in 1979 and never becoming anything after that. There are multiple plans for the building, with the current owner originally wanting to make it a veterans retreat house, but unfortunately, no plans have ever been realized. Unfortunately, this led to the building being left in the state that it's in today. Years of abandonment, vandals breaking in, setting 3 fires in the building and setting a fire in the caretaker's house. It is in a state of severe disrepair. Despite the state of the building, it's a beautiful location and it's a really cool piece of local history, having grown up just about 45 minutes away from the homestead. So I love going up there. I love doing the tours and even meeting some people who were either housed there or had family that were housed there. I've been able to hear so many firsthand accounts of what the building used to look like. I've heard so many different family stories. It's an amazing location, and I'm glad we've had the past few years to experience it, but we're not entirely sure what is going to happen to it going forward with New York winters, vandals breaking in, and the lot. But what follows is static camera footage. Now, you guys always tell us over on the Haunted Nights channel that you guys want to see static cam footage and what it's like in a building when nobody else is there. If you guys remember on TikTok, we've done a couple live streams like this where we just leave you in the building alone for a little bit and you get to investigate kind of remotely. Now, I didn't leave any equipment up with my camera at this time, but there are a good amount of noises. It sounds like footsteps and walking and door slamming and whatnot that you guys can hear in this video. I'm not going to cut it. I might try to brighten it a little bit, so if it looks a little wonky, I apologize, but hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure you drop a like, make sure you drop a comment if you want more videos like this kind of like abandonment style, and make sure to share it with your friends because I'm actually filming this on a new tripod because I broke my last one at the Crescent Hotel when we were staying there, and because of your guys' generosity over on TikTok, on Instagram, and here on YouTube, I was able to get a new one. Let's go. But hope you guys enjoy, and let me know what you think down in the comments.
So good. Oh, that's about upstairs. Alright guys, hopefully something crazy happened up here. We made a pretty solid Estes downstairs. Some pretty loud noises, so hopefully this camera picked them up. But I'm going to go chill in the car for a little bit while Steve does his solo. And that's going to be a wrap on our Haunted Nights investigation here at the homestead.